Hey guys, it's Alexander Williamson here with The Secret History Living in Your Aquariums. So today this is kind of a fish video. This is about supporting other YouTubers, other fish tubers, other YouTubers in general that are maybe of a smaller demographic, maybe of a demographic about my size, or maybe even channels a little bigger. Anybody who's not making a full-time job yet out of YouTube and money coming in, if they're not making $3,000 or $4,000 a month off of YouTube, then this is a video about how we can support each other and support those channels and support those creators. Help them get to that goal so that you don't have to pay a membership monthly to support them. They get enough traction just being watched because they're making good quality content that their ad money has millions and millions of views, and that alone can pay for the channel. That's the golden spot to be in. And then anything above that is just a thank you. It's just a tip, really, for that matter. But in this video, I want to tell you guys the basics of how Google or YouTube, Google owns YouTube, of how it gets you on the platform, what it wants from you as a viewer and as a creator. Because it's always changing, and creators are always chasing this thing. You'll probably hear them say it, that the algorithm has changed, or nobody gets the algorithm, or the algorithm is whatever, messed up again. And it's this kind of magical thing that kind of exists but not really, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But first of all, what you came here for was wanting to know how you can support channels when you don't have the money. So maybe you're under 18, or maybe you're in college. If you're under 18, you're gonna have to default to your parents, so not the video for you, sorry guys. But if in your country you're of the age where you can use a credit card and you can participate in things online in the YouTube world, then you can do things to actually give money to your favorite creators without having any money leave your pockets. Just your time, or just your email address, or whatever it may be. We'll talk about it in just a moment. But after that, we're going to talk about a little deeper dive, and if you want to stick around for that, we're going to talk about what you can do to help creators get to that point where they have 100,000 subscribers, they have 500,000 or 1 million subscribers. It really depends on the genre, and in this genre of fish keeping, freshwater plants, and science, history, the stories behind how we got these plants and animals in our hobby, and the people that did it, and some of the incredible evolution and biology involved, that's what I focus on. But there's all sorts of different fields that this can apply to also within YouTube. What I'm mostly talking about though is educational channels that are giving you something of value that you would pay to learn, or you would pay to read in a book. Maybe it's stuff that they've bought books, or they've spent years attending conferences that cost money. They've tracked down, the foremost experts. I know several channels within this, ecosystem of FishTube, where we have the foremost expert in the world on a certain fish, like a Corydoras of some sort, or a pleco, or guppies, and they may have 300 subscribers on their channel, and they've been on for 10 years, and they're putting content on there, but it's not flashy, it's not mainstream, it's not edited, it's not polished, whatever it may be. They're not trying to put tags and hyperlinks and all the things that you can easily learn about. So what can you do to support those people that really are trying to hustle, that really are saying, hey guys, like, subscribe, they're putting out content regularly, they've got live streams. Maybe you want to throw them a super chat, but you just already used up 3 or 4 super chats on another channel, and you like 5 channels or 10 channels, but what are you going to do? Spend $100 on super chats every month? It can get expensive. So these are some things I do, and that's how I approach what I wanted to do with my channel. And that's why I want to talk about this in a general sense for all of YouTube and all of educational YouTube, as well as what we can do, what you can do to help us as creators transition from having to hustle and work 2 or 3 side jobs and do this, or having to work a full day job and then this is the hobby, and the dream is that someday, you know, you can have enough money that it'll pay for the electricity, it'll pay for the dechlorinator and the meds and the filming equipment. And most of all, what people really kind of forget is a lot of content creators, they don't just take little pictures or clips of video and read quick sentences. If you can look up the information in a video on Google within, say, 5 minutes, then I would question if that's who you want to give your money to. Unless they really make you laugh, or, you know, you really feel connected with them, then that's, you know, that's all you. I get it. Sometimes you just feel a certain way about a channel or a creator. But those people who spend 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 hours on a video, those are the people that we want to help enable not to have to work a day job and then work on Uber, you know, and work doing, you know, whatever it is, all these jobs just to make content, and then they get burnt out and then suddenly they disappear. And we've seen it happen so many times. So let's say how we can get them free money first of all. So the first way, the easiest way, is through affiliate links. And the best one, the best trick that I know of is most creators who are monetized over 1,000 subscribers and over however many hours they require now or minutes watched, they have an Amazon affiliate account or some other affiliate account. If you see links in their biography or in their video description in the doobly-doo, then right below the video in the little arrow that points down, or where it says description, depending on where you're at, mobile or computer, you'll probably see it, whereas on the TV you might not. Check out what's in their description, because that is how they want you. They're telling you, please support me this way if you want to. And if they have Amazon affiliate links, what Amazon does is they don't care why the person came to Amazon.com. So you could say, hey, I have the best fish glass scraper in the world. This razor blade scraper, it's not. This one's garbage. I wouldn't recommend it. But if this was the product, I would say this is $2.99 on Amazon. Well, then you go to Amazon, you buy this, add it to your shopping cart. Anything else you buy, they get somewhere between a 0.2% and up to like an 8% commission. Some of the weird categories like health and wellness, you know, or pet grooming, or electronic repair rather than, you know, whatever, books or media. Some of the categories are very low, others are high. So it's not a surefire way, but definitely your money. If you need to buy something anyways, even if it's groceries, go to your favorite YouTuber's channel, look for an affiliate link, click on that, get on Amazon that way, and they'll get thrown a couple pennies or a couple bucks. If everyone did that for their favorite creators, every creator would have another, whatever, you know, $20, $30, $40, $50 extra a month. It adds up, and it really helps while they're building their base, while the time is being put in. You know, I've been on YouTube almost 5 years now, and I am so thankful for you guys being the subscribers, fans, and, you know, community members that teach me and that I get to teach. And, you know, it's a back and forth. It's a two-way relationship for sure. And thank you so much. But we actually, on this channel, we have the engagement, the time watched in minutes of 100,000 subscriber channel with less than 20,000 subscribers. So this is a very tight-knit community, in particular FishTube and fish channels. So 100,000 subscribers in the fish YouTube world is very different than, say, reaction videos or vlogs about celebrity gossip or drama, or, you know, whatever it may be. Those you need millions and millions of views to add up to the same amount that people can make in this. So it's a real attainable goal, and you can help creators get there. So say you're in college, or, you know, like I said, you just already have spent the money, or times are tough. I mean, I know how it goes. I'm living on a very tight budget right now, and I've got lots of medical expenses. You know, maybe you've got a family that's, you know, expensive, whatever it may be, those Amazon affiliate links, that's free money. The other thing, look for Audible or Curiosity Stream or any free trial, especially if it's from a company. If the company's owned by someone like Amazon, why wouldn't you do it? They already have all your info if you're online, if you're on Google, if it's Google something or other service, Google Plus or YouTube Premium or whatever it may be. Creators like me, we can put links in our description, and the one that I like is Audible because I use it for researching the fish, the tanks, the plants, but it's also just full of other interesting, fascinating, educational stuff to go along with all the other free links and things that I hope you guys find in my content. But those trials, they already have your email. They already know who you are, what you like to buy, all that kind of stuff. And they put out what are called literally bounties. And bounties go to the creator. And so for a free trial, the creator gets anywhere from $1 to $5, even if you cancel. So even if you know 100%, I'm going to cancel, I don't want this service, you can tip your creator basically $5 or $2.50 or $3, whatever it may be, by going to the links that they're promoting. By NordVPN or whatever it may be. I like it when it makes sense with the channel, hence why I'm doing Audible and non-fiction books basically. But that is free money that's not out of your pocket. And if you decide that, well, wow, I actually really like this service, you keep it, and then that money actually doubles for the creator, and they get a bounty of $10 or of $2, or it just depends on the brand and what the deal was in the affiliate link. But let's talk now. Those are the two completely free money. You don't need to use your own money, and it's probably info that they've already gathered about you. If you watch videos, they know what you're into. They know what the average age person does. Even if you put nothing in your profile, they actually have profiles now that are on how the mouse or how your eyes, if you okayed it in that big long block of updates one of those times, there's a lot of different software, a lot of browsers and things too, that will follow your eyes and see where you're looking on the screen, see how long you hover over a thumbnail, how long you hesitate but clicked, and how often per impressions of your favorite YouTubers it takes for you to click. So maybe you watch some funny videos, some elderly people react, or I don't know, Kim Kardashian, I don't know, whatever it is you watch, your guilty pleasures. And then maybe you watch Vlogbrothers or National Geographic Channel or PBS or something, educational. Total opposite ends of the spectrum. Well, what they do is they look for who is meeting the goal of Google and YouTube's algorithmic design. And this is where we're coming back to what I was talking about. These are ways you can really help maximize what you're doing to help these creators, to help other fish tubers, to help other small to medium, under 1 million subscribers, under 500,000, whatever it is. In the fish world, I'd say under 100,000 subscribers. If they're at 100,000, there's a good chance they can make a living off of just ads. That's a few thousand a month. To be totally transparent, and I've shown my analytics in live streams recently even, but ads, if I get 2 million minutes watched in a month, I'll make about $700 in ads. And then channel memberships, which for me, I made them as cheap as they can be, $1.99, and you can get access to more giveaways and also to more of my sources when I do research that takes 30 or 40 hours. You can get access to illustrations, papers, rare species profiles and background information, and sometimes even excerpts from books or scans and things. That's what I've chosen to reward people with. But in the end, it's really an awareness of saying, I like what your content is, thank you, I want you to keep being able to do it. I want to see you have a new cool fish if it's FishTube, or I want you to get better filming equipment if it's an audio visual channel, or maybe they review music and they can't run any ads on it. Maybe they can't be monetized. These are ways when the description and what those links are that the creator wants you to see are so crucial and critical. Now, obviously, we know you want to hit the like button or dislike, doesn't matter, all shows engagement. You want to share, and what search engines do is they look at how many places a hyperlink or a link to something, I mean, hyperlink is just an internet link, but how often a URL is bringing people from outside what they call the ecosystem of YouTube, so from Facebook into YouTube, and their new mission, it used to be the most people in the YouTube ecosystem watching for the longest amount of time, being shown the most amount of ads possible. And what happened was it made it so that people saw an ad every 4 minutes or 2 ads and had to skip. If you don't like ads, skip them. The algorithm will actually learn that they can't just force feed you ads. I shouldn't say this as a creator, obviously, like I've said, but it will learn to cut back, to scale back on the ads, or maybe not show a couple for a little while. If you do it over and over again, that's someone who worked at YouTube actually told me that. So the algorithm's always being changed, and rather than it having one goal, the goal as it stands for the last 2 years, since really the last election, which is when they made a major change in the way YouTube works, is to keep the most people on the ecosystem of YouTube. So that means if your video is on Facebook, or a channel that you like is on Facebook, post a link, say, somewhere where it's relevant, obviously. I mean, you don't want to just spam people, but if you have a group on Facebook or on Instagram, and you can say, hey, check out this channel, they do a great review on this saltwater fish. I don't do any saltwater, but they do a great review on this coral or this light for growing coral. If people come from another site onto YouTube and then spend time, that counts as rewarding that creator. They will become more and more viral. That video will then double its output to who it reaches on the YouTube homepages or on the sub-genre homepages. So under the fish YouTube or animals and pets heading, that will help their rating. If you're on page 400 or whatever it may be, even if you're on page 3, most people will never see it. So unless they stumble across it blindly, or it's so niche, so specific, you know that you're doing a search, type in a keyword and you'll find it, boom. And then creators can figure out, okay, well these real specific things, like for me, nanofish species, I know, and shrimp species are the main thing that people come and want to learn about on the channel. Also, the history videos of, who first brought something into the hobby, what year, about their life and about care for that animal, or how it was bred in captivity for the first time, things like that. People will come for that, and then they'll go to another YouTube channel and keep watching, and then slowly over time, YouTube now wants to get the most people in the ecosystem watching quality entertainment from an authoritative voice. And so what they mean by that is true information, and that could be subjectively true. There's the right and left wing view of things, center view, anarchist, communist, whatever it is. Politics, we're not going to go into that, but it can be any side of the spectrum. But before, what was happening is YouTube was saying, we just want to give as many ads as possible so we can say that we can, run ads for companies, because that's what Google and YouTube are. Is they are ad companies, they're advertising agencies, and they are metadata collection agencies to tell the world to sell your information. Even if it's not you and your name and your email, they want to know, okay, people who are 40 years old and they watch fish videos tend to also watch videos by Vlog Brothers or Lindy Beige or I don't know, Sargon of Akkad, whatever it is you watch or don't watch. I just had to, throw some things in there that are on both sides of the spectrum. But Whatever it is that you watch, if you stay on YouTube, if you watch it for a half hour or an hour afterwards, that helps whoever it was you came onto YouTube in the first place to see, or whose ever thumbnail you clicked first. That helps. So you don't even need to keep watching their videos on repeat or anything. So the other things that really do help are, share, commenting. So once you subscribe to a channel, you have to comment, or it actually, within 3 weeks, it'll unselect your subscription most of the time, and it will unselect the notify all. A lot of people say, Alex, why don't I get alerts? I subscribed to your channel a year ago, and why don't you make videos anymore? I do. They come out four times a week. I have videos. I spend 50, 60 hours a week some weeks, usually more like 30 or 40, on fish-related content and answering people's questions and things. And, it's frustrating when you hear that and they're not seeing it, but they're not getting the suggestion. And it's up to us as a community to help signal amplify, to boost those people and help them as much as possible. Another important thing is how long people watch the video. So long form content is great, especially if people don't run ads in the middle. Then you don't have to watch ads either. You can just watch more of what you want. But when people watched 4 years ago videos, maybe they'll see a betta fish, and one video will just be a generic video about information on bettas. The next video will be a woman who has a tank full of lovely, and we're going to make some stereotypes here, lovely space plants, an air stone, a heater, the betta's being fed live brine shrimp every day, and it's about how people don't treat their bettas right. So people go down that path. And maybe the next video is actually about PETA or, animal abuse. And if they lose people after this chain of just betta species profiles, and okay, let's throw a dwarf frog or a guppy profile in, if they lose people, well, they'll go to the next thing that has the most virality, which tends to be more extreme, more fast-paced, and more sensational. Either something that you say, yes, I love that, or I hate that, that's disgusting, I'm gonna complain, and you interact. So if you don't like something, don't watch it, don't interact, don't dislike, just get away from it, And if you watch their video for some reason because you followed it from YouTube or Twitter or whatever, or from Facebook or Twitter, don't stay on YouTube. Get off, and it'll hurt their channel if you want to weaponize these tactics. But basically, those same videos also would show someone, they'd have an option to watch how to care for a betta properly, or a video of how they traditionally fought bettas. And just a historical overview. If they pick the fighting one, then the next video they may be offered is actual illegal animal fighting, which obviously YouTube doesn't want, but the algorithm is controlling this. So it starts to run out of control and snowballs getting more and more extreme, or more and more, if you know the channel Catch 'em All Fishing, it's kind of like a mix between the old show Jackass and, a fish show. It's kind of the logical conclusion of where things would go on YouTube with reality TV, with stunts and pranks and those kind of videos, and fish and fishing. And it's the most popular fish channel in the world right now, I believe. So, make the world you want to see on YouTube, essentially. And if you can't pay on, Patreon or give super chats or whatever, you can use those tactics I mentioned before. But the last little tips I'm going to give you are, look up their PayPal address or Venmo or whatever it may be. Or maybe you, if we're talking about fish, maybe you breed a fish and you could send them a few for free. Or maybe you have a product and they said, oh, I need filters, my filter broke. Maybe you can help them. Maybe it's an audio video channel and you have access to an old 45 RPM record player or whatever, and you send it to them because they're just doing MP3 stuff or whatever it may be. If you've got something to trade, to offer, talk to them. Look in their description, see what their needs are. Offer to moderate, offer to, I mean, this doesn't cost you anything, but offer to be a mod in the chats, to help them with promoting various events or videos they're making. And, you know, also encourage other people to like, subscribe, to click the thumbnail as quick as you can. When you see it and you know it's your favorite 2 or 3 creators, if you can, if you have the time, you could even click their little thumbnail. If you see it up there, watch it for 30 seconds or a minute so that YouTube knows that you're moving your device, and sometimes it's tracking your eyes, sometimes it's tracking your finger, the gyroscope, whatever it may be, or the mouse pad, or the volume on your TV, whatever it may be. A lot of times it's checking to see that there's someone there. And whatever that may be, then just set it down afterwards. But then you'll let it play. It'll be in the ecosystem, and that will help that channel. If you're not ready to sit down and watch a video that's as long as the one they have, don't just watch 5 minutes of it and skip through the parts, because it's going to hurt their end data and stuff, and so they won't be recommended to more people. So that's another way. And then the biggest thing of all, I would say, is, like I said, PayPal, Venmo. Get out of the ecosystem that takes 30%. You know, Patreon also takes a big old chunk. While they're very convenient, I'm a member of those. I accept them, and I love PayPal, Super Chats. I mean, it flatters me. I love that people do that, and I'm honored by it, and I can use it. It's true. But YouTube takes 30%. And then taxes in my state and country, Seattle, Washington, and then, you know, federal taxes after that. They consider me a freelance media creator or editor, and I get taxed at about 27 or 28%. And then 30% gets taken by YouTube right off the top, and 2% by the credit card transaction company. And then 10% when I go to the store and buy something, and that's what sales tax is in Seattle. And then rent costs a certain amount. So, you know, you can think of ways to work around some of these things that take a cut. Get rid of the middleman if you can, you know. Pay them through PayPal, or pay them through Venmo, or whatever it is that they like. Now, to be fair, YouTube also, though, does recognize, hey, these people are paying, these people are members, and right now they're really pushing people to answer poll questions and to comment on the community section, as well as the super chat stickers and being a member for a long amount of time, because that's a subscription. That's guaranteed money in their pockets. And so they know that if you're loyal to a channel, you're loyal to them. They're going to get a cut too. And so they want to build that connection with you. So show them you want the good content, whatever that means for you. That could be people stepping on rakes and getting hit in the face, if that's what you like. Or it could be well thought out, you know, long form research, or it could be top 10 lists, or whatever it is you enjoy. Just help work towards creating the metrics the algorithm wants to see. Click on the ads if there's something that interests you. Follow it. If you need to buy something, go to those Amazon affiliate links. Even if you're not on YouTube at all, just say, oh, you know what, I was going to buy some groceries and some batteries through Amazon, so I'm going to go to Lucas Brett's channel. Oh, he's got an affiliate link. All right, he's going to get 25 cents from that. And if everybody did that out of 40,000 subscribers or whatever, that could add up to, what, like $10,000 in a month right there. That math's probably wrong. But in any case, I wanted to share these things with you and kind of demystify how the algorithm works. Right now, it wants authoritative people with objectively true data or information or content. It can have opinions in it, that's fine. Just can't be blatantly made up. And to kind of be non-controversial. If anybody talks about certain keywords, like for instance, the little shrimp that I have, if I refer to them as blank shrimp, as in Snow White and the Seven Blanks, I get demonetized, and there goes all the ad revenue for a video that I may have spent 30, 40 hours researching and working on. So I just wanted to kind of share some of the trials and tribulations with you guys. I know this is a long form video, but I wanted to kind of give some insight into what's going on and how you can help those channels, those smaller channels, help them get the subscribers they need. Tell someone, on another platform, or tell someone in another comment section on another video, hey, check out this channel. If you like this video, you'll love that video. There's a free way you can bring literal money to your favorite channel without spending any of your own. And so, those are really the main ways, and that's really, important. Also, make sure that, you're still subscribed and the bell is still on all, if that's what you want. And of course, share. Like I said, share the links, and answer when someone has a poll question or someone has a community post. And by doing these things, you can support the YouTubers you care about, you can get the content you like, you can spend less money on less channels, and hopefully it works out for everyone in the end. That being said, I know a lot of people don't like Facebook or don't like Amazon or don't like Google, but you're in the ecosystem now, baby, so they know who you are, and we're a little beyond that point. But thanks for joining me here. If you enjoyed this, if this is helpful to you, if you have more questions, let me know, both fish or about marketing, Google, and analytics, and the algorithm, things like that, click-through rates, and all sorts of stuff. I've been doing a lot of research on it for years, and just kind of interested in how it works, as that my background is in graphic design, marketing, and branding. So it's kind of why my channel is so adverse to doing that. Last thing, if someone has merch, buy their merch. Follow the link. To me, most of my proceeds right now, in fact all my proceeds right now, from any shirts or merch that I'm doing, all are going to Project Piaba or Running River or some sort of charity or nonprofit that helps fish ecosystems or ecology in a region that's under threat. So that's the last little plug-in I have of myself, other than this whole video, kind of. But really, I'm there. I want to encourage you guys to help those channels with 1,000, 5,000, 4,000, 10,000 subscribers. Help them build a base. Help them build a culture, and have a good time and see what you want to see while you're doing it. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. This was a long one, but I appreciate you sticking around this long. And if for some reason you weren't liked and subscribed and hitting the like button, this would be the time to do that now, because you've been here a long time for someone who doesn't like me. Alright guys, take it easy, take care of yourselves, your critters, your plants, and have a good one. Bye.